Yes, sir. Foch game.
Let's get this show on the road.
I know there are situations where the single shotgun is better than this double shot. I'm not sure, but like for example, we're in a 1v1 against the heavy. You're in a bigger map where you're just trading shots. The enemies aren't really pushing. But yeah, I still think auto loaders and auto reloaders are just, they're mostly broken. And even if they're not broken, they're stronger than average. You have the choice, always pick the one. Right, always pick an auto loader over the single shot.
Enemy armor is damaged. One of our trucks is gone. We can't move.
See there, if I had the single shots, I would have probably lost that trade. Or at least, I wouldn't have won it.
Penetration.
I got a shot with the tungsten shell off. But his shot went tracks, right? Oh, by the way, that's a Felice right there. I think that's how you pronounce that tank's name. It's not very strong from what I can see. It's still scary to deal with. It's like an E100. You don't want to face the possibility of just taking a 650 on your face.
We hit them hard.
That tank, if he clips out, I think he does like 1,000. No, like he does like 2,000 something damage, almost. No, probably like 1,800 or 1,900. I'm not sure what's the alpha on that tank.
We finish him off.
I felt that
Critical hit.
See, these dudes, my teammates in this game, actually had a brain. They saw we were winning, right? Like, don't cap, and they were like, yeah, sure, I'm not capping. I've had so many games where we were winning completely, where there was just this one idiot just capping all game. It was like a 6 versus 7, and we still won, right? We were winning, and he just caps out, and there were still enemies left that we could farm damage. Why? All this HP, you don't want more damage? Just do more damage, right? Like, if you do 1,000 damage, are you going to be able to brag about it? No. If you do 2,000, maybe. If you do 3, 4, 5,000, well, hell yeah, you can brag about it. This is why I made this channel in the first place. I just wanted to upload all my games, and then I can...
We've lost the track. We're immobilized.
Yeah, he's a plot.
Track fixed. Let's roll.
Wanted to upload all of these, and you know, it's like a proof, a show off, right? Like I had a friend who played this game before, right? He was playing both the PC version and the Blitz. I remember he would go, like we used to go to the same church, right? And he would just master right there. Very cool. He would just be going to church when we had like this Sunday Bible study, I think, and just he like while we're waiting for our I guess teacher to come, he's just playing Blitz on his iPad, and I was so envious, man. I was the kid that couldn't have shit. I didn't have an iPad, I didn't have a phone, I didn't have a computer, anything that had access to the internet. I had no access to. Everything that had access to the internet at home was locked up by passwords, right? Or physically locked up. It was very annoying to deal with. But that aside, I always wanted to play this game, right? And true, right? Because he was playing tier 8s mostly. Sometimes tier 7 back in like, that was like ages ago, like 2014, 2015. Yeah, That was when it was really hard to get a tier 10 tank, and I don't even think he had one. And you know, when he's at home, he's mostly playing on his computer. So back then he only had a tier 8, right? And we played together like fairly recently, like maybe a year ago. And we were tuning, and I think he only had like tier 8 tanks at the highest tier, right? Whereas now, you know, it's much easier to grind for tier 10 tanks, which I think is a better thing to do. Yes, there are idiots, more idiots in tier 10 who do not belong there, who should have spent more time grinding, let's say, tier 7 or tier 6, getting used to, you know, finally playing a heavy tank, getting used to heavier armor and side scraping or hold downing and trading, or face hugging, whatever. But yeah, it comes with experience. If they're in tier 7 or tier 8 and you're grinding a tank, you're in tier 7 or tier 8, it's gonna be annoying as hell anyways, right? Unless you just play collectors and premiums all the damn time and use free XP to skip literally everything, right? Those people, then they care, but I'm not there yet, right? I only have like, I used up all my free XP recently trying to get the FV215B. I was already grinding for that line before this patch dropped, but now that this patch dropped and that tank got armor buffs, like, Jesus, hell yeah, I want to play it. It was already very good in the hands of like good players, and I'm not just saying good players, I'm saying like great players, like pro players, like 60% win rates, right, career, maybe even 7% win rate career. They play this tank, they played 215B. It has like, you know, it has the high penetration, high explosives, which is basically like Hesh, right? Every HE shell that has good pen, I just call it Hesh, right? It just has Hesh, but it also has a proper heat shells as the gold shells, so that you can pen higher armor targets. Like, you're not just staring at the VK90 or maybe a E5 and hold down, or Type 71 and hold down, and you can't really do anything about it. You're trying to aim for that weak spot. No, you don't need to. You can just switch to heat, right? And the AP, well, AP is AP, right? I think it had AP shells as the credits. Maybe it was APCR. I'm not too sure. But if it had AP, it's just a bonus, right? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna check. What does it have now? Can I see? Yeah, APCR high explosive. So okay, this is not as good as heat, but still not bad, right? You still have at least the option of a higher penetration, right? Shell. It's not that high pen, right? But much better than AP. So I guess this was AP as well before, and I think they had heat here, but now it got switched to APCR. I think that's what happened. I'm not sure, but the armor buffs are worth it. It's just a good tank. If someone wants to, you know, play a heavy tank with good DPM, you wanna add good mobility and, like, you know, decent armor, you can play that tank. It's good overall. Everything is good. There's nothing bad about it. Like, the armor is decent, or at least acceptable. The mobility is good. You have access to the mega speed boost, which is just, you know, you want to chase down that medium or light tank that's zooming around, trying to waste your time, trying to go for a draw. You can. And you have good DPM, like, especially if you fire with your HE shots and you pen those. Those are really damn good. Okay, check the E100 plate. I just did it. And it was with the big gun, yes. I know the small gun has a higher DPM, but you need to get in there and trade. It's better in a 1v1, but you need to get into a 1v1 situation. With the E100, that's kind of hard. You need to be going in. Like, those who are left behind are probably the more mobile, the less armored, like, I don't know, maybe a WZ-113, maybe a Vickers, maybe a T-22, you know, tanks like that. You're not really going to be in a 1v1 situation. Mostly likely going to be in the situation I am in. I was in the situation for the whole game, which was just a trade. All I had to do was trade. You just need to pen your shots, which is not too hard with the E100. Your heat pen is like 350, 370. I don't remember much, but it's plenty. I'm glad. I'm firing 500, 600, 700, and I'm taking like 350, 400 in return, right? That's what you want to do with the E100. It's what it's good at. Sometimes you don't even take damage because you know you have armor. See, there they didn't expect me to have poked out again. I think probably not used to the heavy gun yet. People mostly ran the small gun before. Yeah, our 183 was just both 183s. We had two. They were just men. I don't know why he was so long. I was trying to bait a shot to see if, but he stayed, so I got a shot off him. See, I've already had 3k damage. There's just 5 targets left. Farm. You guys can take a guess now how much damage I did with the E100. I know the OBJ-268 is
We can't move!
So our 183 is telling me to back up, which is kind of so I back up and let the mouse to his own demise. I was thinking about backing up, but then I saw there were 3 enemies and 2 were really healthy. So I said, nah, I'm coming back here. I have 2 teammates over there, medium and another tank destroyer on the medium side. Yeah, it took a bit of time aimed at the 777. That tank's tracks are like kind of full. They eat a lot of shells sometimes, so I didn't really want to hit his tracks. That's why I gave a commendation for Mouse. Dude did his job. He pushed, he frontlined, he spotted with his armor, right? Every enemy that was there. They couldn't really hide. So he made sure that I and our 183 penned our shots. I think he got a shot off on the enemy 183. Finishing shot. Probably HE splashed. I mean, Hesh splashed someone else. But anyways, yeah. I know the E100 is not a great tank to farm. Like, you won't see any 60, 70%ers playing this tank, right? But I just like this tank. It's just, I don't know. I do play medium tanks and I do play light tanks. I do know faster tanks, more mobile tanks, more tanks with more DPM do better at farming damage, at farming win rate. But I do enjoy, big derpy guns, and this tank has a big derpy gun. I love it. I love this big gun. Not terrible, is it?